y'all doing? This is going to be your Gemini season reading. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returner, welcome back. I'm Sarah. This is Cancer Capricorn guidance, and I'm here to bring you love, light, and guidance through tarot, astrology, and spirituality. As always, in my description box, you can find my email. If you'd like to reach out to me to schedule a personal reading, all you have to do is shoot me an email and we can set something up. If you want to follow me on Instagram, that is also linked down below. You can find some Spotify playlist links down below. I really love sharing music, so if you're trying to find some new music to get into, feel free to check those out. I also have my PayPal link down below if you'd like to donate to this channel. Another way you can support me is by purchasing some stickers of my logo on my Etsy shop, which is also linked down below. And I love all the support you guys give to this channel, whether you're liking these videos, commenting on them, subscribing, sharing them. It really all means a lot to me, so thank you so much to anyone who supports me in any way. So, Aries, let's get right into your reading. This reading is going to be for Aries, any Aries placements you may have in your chart. If you're a cross-watcher, hi, glad to have you. If you're just here because the title resonated with you, hi, glad to have you. So, interesting, Aries. There's a lot of Gemini energy happening. We have Venus still in Gemini. We have a Mercury retrograde in, we have Mercury in Gemini, and then it's going retrograde at the end of the month, at the end of May. We're going to have a Sagittarius eclipse at the end of May as well. And there's just a lot of Gemini energy happening. There's also this beautiful Pisces Jupiter energy going on, and Cancer Mars, a lot of water sign energy as well. So Aries, let's just jump right into your reading and see what comes out for y'all. Any messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, whatever placements you may have in your chart, whatever energy you've been vibing with. These messages are for Aries for Gemini season 2021. Any messages for Aries for this Gemini season 2021? Messages for Aries. Any messages for Aries here for Gemini season 2021? I was channeling, like, as I was shuffling, I was like, I feel like you're at your wit's end with something. I feel like you are at the end of the road and you, like, can't really take anything anymore. And then the moon reverse comes out, which tells me that there's going to be some emotional revelations, whether just you're realizing things yourself or some emotions come to the surface that you really need to express and share with others. There may even be a little bit, not an explosion, but like a just sudden eruption of a lot of emotions. And then we have the Seven of Cups. There could be a lot of options or choices on the table for you right now. There could also be a lot of illusions, especially the moon as well also represents illusions. So there could be some illusions being shattered. I feel like this has to do with desire and choices. There may be a lot of self-criticism right now and a lot of strong emotions that you're trying to kind of just keep in check and keep yourself really in line and tempered and controlled, but it may be hard to do because there's a lot of confusion right now. I feel like you're very emotionally confused. There's a lot of emotions that may be coming to the surface right now. And it has a lot to do with what do I want? What do I like? What am I interested in? What do I want to move towards? And there could be a lot of options that are very illusionary that present themselves one way, but they actually aren't that way. With the Judgment reverse, I'm seeing that I'm almost seeing that the universe is trying to tell you to remain calm and tempered and to keep yourself together and that it's okay to be confused, but there's almost, you're not seeing that. You're kind of ignoring that feeling that you're getting from the universe that's telling you that. But there's definitely a lot of energy of the strength here, like of remaining composed, keeping yourself in check and together. That's Leo energy there. The moon is also giving me Cancer Pisces energy. So with Cancer Mars here, I feel like there may be some things coming to the surface that you really need to speak up about that are actually really pressing a lot of your buttons and are making you really extra sensitive during this time. I feel like this Cancer Mars may be affecting you, Aries. Any other messages here for Aries for Gemini season? Yeah, Gemini season is about communication. There's a lot of planets in Gemini. There's a Gemini Mercury retrograde. It might be finally time to communicate about something that you really need to communicate about in terms of some emotions that have been kind of bothering you, something that's been bothering you. I think you're working really hard to keep yourself put together and keep everything in check, but it may be difficult. Any other messages here for Aries during this Gemini season? You're feeling rebellious, Aries, which is very, typical Aries. But I feel like there's a lot that is changing for you right now. A lot of foundations and things that you rely on are kind of shifting, whether it's internally, where you feel like your beliefs are shifting, your ideals and the things you want out of life, the things you believe in, your values. Those may be shifting, or even there could be some stuff with parents here, some authority figures. The Hierophant's been coming out for a lot of the readings. I just feel that you're taking a lot of what you know and doing something differently. I feel like you're rebelling. I feel like you're doing something unconventional in some way. And I feel like it has to do with emotionally, you're feeling like there's a lot of illusions. There's a lot coming to the surface. There's a lot that you need to make choices about. You're very confused right now. There's a lot of illusion and you're very confused about what you want. And I think because it's conflicting with what's expected of you. And so you're trying to figure out how to go after what it is you want and make choices that reflect who you are and what you value and what you believe in. But there's a lot of illusion and confusion. I'm definitely titling the video that. Illusion and confusion. Any other messages here for Aries for this Gemini season? Yep, Four of Swords. You need to take a break. You need to have a little bit of rest. You need to reflect and meditate on what it is you want, how you feel about this, where you need to go, what decisions you need to make, what you want to do in this situation. Can I get one last card for Aries here? One last card for Aries here for Gemini season. One last card here for Aries for Gemini season. Any other messages? Oh, two. Yeah, Aries, the Devil reversed and the Two of Swords, there is a lot of toxicity and a lot of bad habits, old habits, vices, things that you cling to, things that hold you back, things that keep you stuck in toxic cycles, things that really do not help you at all. You're in the process of releasing a lot of that. I think going into meditative states and really spending some reflective time alone, getting some peace and quiet, doing a lot of meditation will really help you release and cleanse a lot of this energy out. But there are definitely going to be some decisions that need to be made, and they may be tough decisions. And I think they really have to do with, what do I want? What do I believe in? What are my values? How do I release a lot of these old habits, these things that hold me back? I feel like there's something to do with what you want is conflicting it with what you think you should want, or what people are expecting you to want, or what have you wanted in the past that actually hasn't been a reflection of what you wanted, but what you felt like you had to do. Devil energy, it's like old habits, cycles, vices. Maybe it's like things that you've gone after that you thought you wanted, but they were just indulgences or bad habits. It wasn't truly in alignment with who you really are. There's a lot of illusion and confusion. I think if you take some time out to really reflect on this, that will definitely help you get a quiet mind to be able to make some of these tougher decisions. But I really feel that you're in a shedding process of letting go of a lot of devil energy, a lot of toxicity, a lot of old bad habits. There's a lot of heavy emotions. I think you're maintaining a good control over a lot right now, but there's definitely a need to take some time out and reflect on a lot of this to make sure that you're making decisions that align with who you are and not anyone else. Let's pull some clarifiers. Can I get a clarification for the moon in reverse here for Aries? Whoa. The Magician. I feel like the release of this emotion is going to be a new beginning for you. The Magician is the first card, besides the Fool. The Magician is #1 card in the deck. I feel like with this release of a lot of these heavier emotions, it's going to usher in this new period of manifesting a lot of new things. I think you're in the process of manifesting a lot of new things in your life. And in order to do that, you have to release a lot of old, heavy emotions. You have to let a lot of these things come to the surface so that you can process them and work through them in order to kind of feel refreshed and new and be able to go after these new things that you're trying to manifest for yourself. I feel like with the devil energy here too, there's just a lot from the past that needs to be let go of. A lot of old, stagnant, kind of musty emotions that are like trapped inside. They really need to come out. And I think that's going to help you move forward and manifest new things in your life and make you feel like you're at a fresh start. The Seven of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. There's a lot of options in front of you, and I feel like you're very excited because they all look really good. You're very enticed by a lot of them. A lot of them look like they hold a lot of promise and prosperity and opportunity. There's like real opportunity for money or foundation or stability here. There's a lot of options in front of you, but I think you're getting really confused and clouded and maybe even overwhelmed by the amount of decisions because they all kind of look good, but you're still trying to figure out, like, what do I want though? Like, I can't decide what to go after with all these options if I don't really know what I want. Whoa. Can I get a clarification for the Judgment in reverse here for Aries? Clarification for the Judgment in reverse here for Aries. For Gemini season. Clarification for the Judgment. The Six of Swords. Aries, I feel like you're moving on in life. You're going through this really heavy transitional process in your life of trying to move on from a lot of this self-critical energy. I think what keeps you stuck and unable to make a lot of decisions is this clouded judgment of, I don't know what I want, and I don't know how to separate what I want from what others want of me or what I think others want of me. And I feel like there's a lot of self-criticism, there's a lot of self-judgment, there's a lot of self-doubt. But I feel like there's this process that you're going through that's pushing you forward and trying to help you move on from a lot of that energy because it keeps you in a place of feeling inauthentic to yourself. It keeps you in a place of feeling emotionally repressed. It keeps you in a place of feeling unable to make decisions. It keeps you in a place of feeling like you're stuck with toxic devil energy. It keeps you in a place where you're unable to make any choices at all. There's a big transitional period that you're going through. It's very personal. It's a very heavy transitional journey that has a lot to do with self-judgment, self-criticism. Maybe there's heavy energy where you're judging yourself because you're trying to move on from a lot in life and become a new person and make new choices and feel and look differently, and you feel the judgment of others, or you're judging yourself because you really need a lot of alone time to process a lot of this. Can I get a clarification for the Strength card here for Aries? Whoa. The Emperor in reverse and the Ten of Wands in reverse. Aries, your card came out in reverse. I feel like there's this energy of the Strength is like wanting to maintain control of your emotions, wanting to remain composed and very put together, but it's very hard to, and it's coming from this place of like, I need everyone to see me as this strong, independent person who has their shit together and, you know, is smart and knowledgeable and a good leader and is making the right choices. But it's really hard for you to just maintain composure right now. And honestly, there's so much that you want to let go of. There's a lot of burdens that are weighing you down right now that you really want to release. This Strength is like this push to really remain composed and put together, but it's really hard to. There's a lot of like heavy burden under the surface that you want to release a lot of this. With the Hierophant in reverse, it's telling you want to just go in the opposite direction. You want to go a completely different way. You want to rebel a little bit. I feel like you're feeling very stuck and unable to make a choice, and you just want to like snap the rubber band and just like fly in a certain direction and do something very unexpected. But that Emperor reverse is telling me that like you want people to see you as this person who's in control and powerful and strong and independent, but it's really hard for you to be that right now. It's really hard for you to maintain this composure that you're maintaining. You feel very burnt out and you're ready to let go of a lot of burdens, but you almost feel like you can't just yet. Can I get a clarification for the Hierophant in reverse here for Aries? Clarification for the Hierophant in reverse here for Aries. The Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you want to do something a little bit rebellious and go in a different direction. And it has to do with like, you want to be somewhere else where you feel much more in alignment with the people around you. You want to be in a very different environment where you feel foundationally and energetically connected to the people around you, where you get along, you see eye to eye, there's a shared common goal and a vision, you work well together, you're good at communicating. This could be about workplace. You really want to be in a different workplace. You want to be in a different home environment where you get along with the people better. I feel like it's interesting, like there's this desire to rebel and do things differently, and it has a lot to do with I need to be in a different environment. I need to be around different people. I need to be around people who are more in alignment with what I want and who I am. I'm getting a lot of that. Can I get a clarification for the Four of Swords here for Aries? Clarification for the Four of Swords here for Aries. The Tower. I think this Tower moment is going to be something about rebelling, going against the grain, or doing kind of not lashing out, but like breaking away from old patterns, breaking away from what's expected of you, and like getting some space alone. The Tower moment is going to be when you finally get a chance to like say, fuck all this, walk away, get a minute alone to think and process and go through a lot of this, and like have some like silence around you so that you can actually work through a lot of this mentally. And I think that's going to be the Tower moment, when you either walk away and get this alone time, or when you're finally in that alone time space and you start to realize how much of this was illusion and how much of this was you. Like, what is it that you're feeling, and then what else how do you really feel, and how the rest of it is all just bullshit. Like, the Tower moment is going to be you realizing what you really need to do, how you really feel, the ways that you've been like denying certain things to yourself, the ways that you felt like things have been an illusion. There's going to be some illusion shattering. There's going to be some old ways of doing things totally being broken. I just feel like this Tower moment is going to come when you finally get that alone time. You're going to be coming to some sort of realization, some really big revelation type energy. Can I get a clarification for the Devil reverse here for Aries? The Knight of Cups in reverse. Aries, I feel like this Devil energy that you're shedding and letting go of is this emotional unavailability. It's this emotional closed offness. It's this emotional unwillingness to open up. I feel like with the Moon in reverse, there's a lot of emotions coming to the surface, and I feel like it has a lot to do with the ways in which you haven't been emotionally present, emotionally available, emotionally open to new opportunities. I think you've been waiting for a lot of new opportunities, but you've been held back or felt held back in a lot of ways. And you finally doing something rebellious, doing something against the grain, you getting alone time and having time to think about a lot of these things. I think you're going to be realizing a lot of what you're shedding, a lot of this heavy energy that you're trying to work through, this letting go of this Devil energy, detaching yourself from this, has a lot to do with your emotional availability. And that's not in terms of any one thing. It's like, how emotionally available am I to have functional relationships at work or at home or romantic? How emotionally available am I to move on in life and try new things? How emotionally available am I to be able to make certain choices? I feel like there's a lot of almost emotional closed offness that's held you back from a lot of things, and that's some of what you're shedding right now. Can I get a clarification for the Two of Swords here for Aries? What is it that Aries needs to make a decision about? Can I get a clarification for the Two of Swords here for Aries for Gemini season? Can I get a clarification for the Two of Swords here for the Two of Cups? Aries, are you ready for true, divine, deep partnership and connection? Is that something you want? Are you good and whole and complete and balanced within yourself? Are you emotionally stable and calm and content within yourself? Do you love yourself? Are you feeling balanced internally? If not, are you ready for a partnership where there's a lot of emotional involvement and a lot of emotional reciprocation? I feel like there's decisions that need to be made around, do I feel emotionally well enough to make these decisions, move towards doing something unexpected or different? Do I have the emotional capacity to really move on from this Devil energy and do some new things in my life? To release a lot of this emotional baggage and heaviness from my past? Do I love myself enough to stop judging myself? Do I love myself enough to know that I need this time out to reflect and rest and meditate? I feel like the decisions are going to be, this Two of Swords decision energy is really about, am I putting my emotional needs first? Or am I caught up in an emotional connection with someone else? I feel like there's this energy of not being able to separate your emotions from someone else's. And I think there's this energy of coming into, I gotta do things differently. I got to rebel and be alone so that I can figure out what's my energy, what do I want, how do I feel, what do I believe in. And there's a lot of shedding of devil energy in terms of emotional unavailability in certain relationships, partnerships, that have kept you from figuring out what it is you truly want, who you truly are. I think these decisions are going to get easier the more that you trust yourself, reflect on yourself, love yourself, put your emotional needs first, find that emotional balance within yourself. There's a lot of really beautiful energy that could come from this. There's a lot of really beautiful energy here, Aries. I think I'm going to leave it there. If there were any messages that really resonated with you in this, please leave comments down below. I would love to hear about it. I really love when I can speak to y'all and something really, really hits you in a certain way that you really resonate with. If anything did, please leave comments down below. Please feel free to leave a like, share this video, subscribe. It really means a lot to me. Aries, again, in my description box, you can find my email. If you want to book a personal reading with me, just reach out to me via my email. You can follow my Instagram. You can check out those Spotify playlists. You can donate to my PayPal, and you can check out my Etsy shop. Aries, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good Gemini season, and I will see you in the next reading.